let's say you're making a move, right? The defense is packed in. What are you seeing as you're heading for the basket?
I'm not even looking at the basket. I know where the basket's at. When I'm heading to the basket, I'm looking at my defenders. And I'm not looking at the defender who's guarding. I'm looking at the next defender and the next defender.
Because you're assuming you're going to get past the guy who's guarding you.
I'm going to get past the guy guarding me. So I'm always looking at the second or third defender, and that can tell me, should I go?
Oh, my! He weaves through the lane like a Mercedes.
Or should I pass it?
Wade penetrating and distributing.
Or should I just pull up?
To Wade, the long shot. Got it! Is there anything he can't do?
Background helpers. Coach Banks said, well, if you can find us a coach, we'll see if we can do it.
These boys wanted to play lacrosse. They were not boys who just went to school to play ball. These were kids who had a definite goal in their mind for their career and their career path. And it takes that kind of student to do lacrosse. So they worried everybody to death to help them get a lacrosse team started. And so they went around, and finally the athletic director gave me
that there were going to be questions about whether we could function, but there was no question in my mind that we could.
Lacrosse is a physical game, requiring strength and endurance. The field is 110 yards long and 60 yards wide, and for those who know the game, is often referred to as the fastest game on 2 feet. The hard rubber ball can move from end to end in the blink of an eye.
As you're running down the field, things are changing.
I don't know any other sport where you can cover 110 yards in a matter of seconds.
And once I got into it, I was just hooked.
Now to Gary Gate behind. And Eric stopped it.
How could I have ever played baseball? It seems like you're watching grass grow. Don't mean to offend any baseball fans. I still like the Orioles, but lacrosse was afforded more of an adrenaline rush for me.
You could get involved in every play, every point of the game.
I guess he finally thought he had an advantage, and he tried to come around the goal to score, and when he came around the goal, I think I just knocked him out.
Kelly came out to get him, and he shot it point blank. We were looking like, well, they tied the game.
The score is like 8-7. They shoot 1-on-1 with me, and I'm the last guy there.
It's 1975. I'm actually about to graduate from medical school at the University of Pennsylvania. So I get a message in Philadelphia that the Morgan State lacrosse team has beaten W&L, and I say to somebody, well, I know you probably know that I played there, and thanks for that, but tell me really what happened. They said, no, they beat W&L.
I got lucky. I was in the right place at the right time.
I had trouble believing we had won the game.
We just cleared the benches, man, ran on the field, jumped up and down, was hugging one another. We won. We beat Washington and Lee, period.
There's nothing but jubilation, especially seeing all the guys just throwing their sticks up there, running around like they were crazy.
The Morgan players celebrated an unprecedented victory, and on the other end of the field, the Generals were in shock.
I don't think they realized what had just happened to them. I think they knew they had gotten beat, but they had gotten beat in a lot of ways.
Their stick work was probably better than ours, but stick work doesn't always win the game for you.
Just 5 years after their very first practice, the Morgan State Bears, an underdog team from a historically black state school, had defeated a lacrosse powerhouse.
Never doubt yourself. Never think that the odds can be stacked against you, because that's a situation where we could have easily went down there and said, well, we lost the last 2 years. It's probably going to be the same thing. We were determined, man. We were determined to go down there and win that game.
That's why you play. That's why you gear up. That's why you play. That's the fun of this whole thing. Because every time, it doesn't make any difference who you are. It doesn't make any difference what level you are. You get another opportunity to go out there and prove to somebody who you are, individually and as a group. And in reality, that's what Morgan State did. Okay, they did it for a year. Okay, and they said, bring it on. And they proved to everybody that they could get it on. And that is why you participate in sports.